This was the aerial shot of the start of stage 3 of the Tour of Britain, taking the riders from Newtown to the Tumble, a distance of 179 kilometres. 117 riders took the start. In the yellow jersey, it was Mark Renshaw of Omega Pharma Quickstep, the King of the Mountains leader Mark McNally, the sprinters leader Sonny Colbrelli, and the overall points leader Ben Swift. And immediately the flag dropped, there was an attack, and the attack was instigated by Mike Cumming of Rafaconda JLT. So quickly 5 riders joined him. It gave a leading group of 6. There was Cumming, Tom Stewart, Janto Barker, Sebastian Lander, Mark McNally and Manuel Boiro. And this group stayed ahead for the majority of the stage, picking up the spoils along the way in the King of the Mountains challenges and, of course, the Yodel Direct Sprints Jersey competitions. And it was a fierce competition for each of the summit sprints, with Mark McNally, the leader in the King of the Mountains, being put to the sword by Manuel Boiro. But good work by Boiro gave him the leader's points over 3 of the 4 climbs on the day. But the second places by Mark McNally meant that he swelled his advantage by the end of the ascent of the third capital climb at Beggar's Bush to a clear advantage of 35 points to his nearest challenger, Manuel Boiro, who'd got 19. So it was another good day for the Liverpudlian in that white Skoda King of the Mountains jersey, who amazingly had been in the breakaway on every day of the race. Then, of course, it was the turn of the Yodel Direct Sprint competition sprints to be decided, and it was Lander that was the king of the final sprint, Sebastian Lander. He also took the first sprint in Leiswen. This was the second sprint, and once again it was a fierce competition for the line. Lander looking to try and get maximum points, which he did secure ahead of Boiro. But what it did mean at the end of those sprints on the day, Sonny Colbrelli, who started with 9 points, is still in the lead, but 2 riders had closed the gap on him. Boiro and Lander, they sat behind him with 8. But as we were getting nearer to the finish at the summit of the Tumble, 1 rider went ahead, and that was Manuel Boiro. He decided he was going to have a crack on his own, but he was mopped up at the bottom of the big climb of the Tumble. Immediately the attacks began to unfurl, and it was the big Kiwi that was involved in the early action, trying to go away, and that was quickly wiped away. But he was joined by the Italian, who proved to be the athlete of the stage, and that was young Zardini. And this Italian Zardini went ahead. He found extra strength. Nicholas Roach bridged to him, but he blew Roach away and finally came up to the line. It was Eduardo Zardini that took stage 3 at the summit of the Tumble, and the victory gave him the overall lead in the Friends Life Tour of Britain. Second was Kwiatkowski, much fancied rider, and that moved him up into second in the overall standings. And Roach, who finished 3rd, well, he also moved up to 3rd spot overall. So at the end of stage 3, it was Zardini, the Italian, that became the new leader. 9 seconds slower, Michael Kwiatkowski in 2nd spot and Nicholas Roach 3rd. Happy day then for the young Italian.
The new leader of the Friends Life Tour of Britain.
And the overall positions meant that Eduardo Zardini finished the day in the lead with a 13-second cushion over Kwiatkowski, Roach 3rd on 17, and Bradley Wiggins in 5th spot for Sky at 24, and with a time trial still to come, he would be very happy with that performance.